Welcome. My name is Tracy. I have put together a yoga-style sequence for the whole family to get involved. So work with your body and not against it. You'll feel things get a little bit more challenging. So let's get together. Find a space. Don't worry if you've not got a mat. Find your weight evenly in between both sit bones. And then just close your eyes. So just start to visualise that long spine right up through to the crown of the head. Just take a few breaths in and out through the nose. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Just take a breath in. Take a nice big stretch up. And then breathe out. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. Laterally flex. Come over to your right side. And then shake. Let's do one more each side. Starting to find those tight areas. Mobilising the spine. And then come back into posture. Let's shoulder roll. One at a time, or both together. I'm going to lift up towards your ears and then release down, keeping that posture all the time. One more. From there, we're going to come onto all fours, so come onto the hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, navel to spine. And then we work through cat and cow, so we take an exhale through the nose. As we round through the upper back, the lower back, the tailbone tucks under, and we go down and through on the inhale. Eye gaze goes forward, and again. We're starting to mobilise the spine. Ready for the heat sequence. 2, 1. And then come back to posture. So we're going to come up into standing. It's a nice little balance tree pose. So again, we're going to get, it's quite tricky on the carpet, but if you can, give it a go. We take the left leg and we sweep it out to the side, above or below the inside of the knee. Option just to bring those hands down. If you need to, keep them down by your side. Maybe have a little challenge, sweep them out to the side, or sweep the arms all the way up. From there, once you've got your balance, if you want more challenge, start to lift the eye gaze. Again, we're going to have a couple of breaths in this one. Keeping that posture, keeping that nice strong tree pose. Shoulders, just relax them down. Anywhere up to a minute. You can stay for a minute, you can stay for 2 minutes as you release. As we've not got a lot of time, we'll sweep through and we'll take the other side too. A really good strengthener for the ankles, all the way up through that standing leg. So balance transfers up, stabilising, so we can sweep the arms. So if you have any hip problems, just release the foot slightly down. Lifting the eye gaze if you can. As you release. We're going to step this right leg out to the side, keeping the toes turned out, and stepping the left leg back. Now we're going to block the foot, side of the mat, or towards the wall. Straighten both legs. We're going to come into triangle pose. So we're going to feel the energy up from the left outside of the ankle. Release the shoulders. Turn the right palm. As you start to find length, lengthen up through the side body. Now when you've gone as far as you can, just release the hand. Might be above, might be below the knee. And if it feels okay, start to lift the left arm. Any shoulder problems, release to a bind. Start to find more length on the side. See if you can stack shoulders. And again, wherever feels comfortable through the neck, so our gaze might be down to the side wall. Now if you want more challenge, have a look up at the ceiling or towards the pole. Avoid resting onto the hand. Again, we keep the strength in the legs. Nice long spine. Now we'll soften the knee on the way up. So right knee, and then draw yourself all the way back. Right, we're going to start to move from here. As you come forwards, we're going to come down onto the knees. So come forwards into plank, shoulders, wrist in line, and then down onto the knees. Yeah, from here, keeping the elbows in. We start to lower the chest down towards the mat. Pelvis stays lifted. Just before the chest goes down, pelvis down. Right, all 10 toes down, elbows in, and then we squeeze the glutes. Avoid using the hands, and then from there, as you release, pelvis lifts, and press through the hands. Modify next time if you can't do that. Let's come forward again. Now feel that transition. Knees, go past the hands. The triceps get involved in this one, and as you come down, now if you can't come up through the hands, come onto the forearms, pelvis lifts again, and back onto the hands, and we come back to downward position. Right, from there, we're going to take a walk through. Let's have a slightly bent knee as you walk through to standing forward fold. Yeah, and again, you can have a move about in this one. Even just taking those hands off the floor. It's great, just to get the length in the back of the legs and the lower back. Right, bend the hands down, bend the knees slowly. Let's start to bring ourselves up into posture. Keeping those knees hip distance. I'm going to turn around again, so we're going to move into what they call a classical sun salutation. So we come towards the front of the mat. If you're not got a mat, just find some space. Inhale all the way up, big stretch up. Soften the knees, exhale and fold. Now bring the hands to shins. As we lift, get a nice long spine, shoulders away from your ears. Navel to spine, and as you release down, we're going to step the right leg goes all the way back, knee down behind. Yeah, inhale, let's sweep the arms, navel to spine. We get a little bit more active on this one. From there, bring the hands down, and we step back to plank where we've just been. So modify, knees if you need to, otherwise go past the hands, all the way down to cobra. Yeah, check your elbows in, we feel more back working on that. Back into downward position, all fours if you need to. Right foot, bring it forward. Give it a hand if you need to. Your body will get used to that. It's got a muscle memory, let's lift. And as you come forward this time, hands down, and we're going to step back into a full flat back extension. Hands to shins, or we might be down on the mat. Let's fold, breathe out. Soften the knees, run away up, sweep the arms, chest lifts. Come back to your mountain pose. Let's go again. Yeah, now fold. Let's work with your breath. Take an inhale. From there, as you fold, let's take the left leg. Foot flat behind. Sweep the arms, squeeze the glutes. You've got a little back extension into a back bend. So you're going to go right up onto your sit bones, light support into the hamstring as we lift. Yeah, start to lean back slightly without dropping and arching through the back. Yeah. And see whether you can start to lift one leg, maybe the other. Or you can stay there, you can reach, or we can extend. I've done this pose for a while and my legs are shaking. So maybe I can come back to that position. Yeah, you can have 2 or 3 goes at this. And then from there as you release. Brilliant. Extend your back leg. Front knee flexes. Let's sweep. Now, if you need your cushion, you can have your little wedge. Have a little go. Sometimes you might feel that you don't need it. But when you sit on it, it actually gives you more posture. So it doesn't matter whether you sit on it, and if it helps you, give it a go. Let's take a breath in. From there, we're going to turn towards the knee. We can hook it in, or we can use just the arm. So we're taking a twist. So you can take the eye gaze over the shoulder and sweep the arm further back. But the main thing, we want to keep lengthening the spine, and you'll work deeper in the twist. So bring your breath right up into the ribs. Hold it. And then from there as you release. Yeah. Let's change sides. I'm going to sweep around the other way. You might find that a foot needs to go a little bit further away if it gives you good posture. So rather than holding round in that position, yeah, take the foot further away. Remember the length, more length. Get that rotation, really good for the mobility in the spine. Also that stretch you're going to get through the back. I'm going to bring my right foot in. Cushion if you need it. 2 fingers into the big toe, or hold on to the outside of the foot. Now think some balance on this one, and then see how we go with this. Option to sweep the arm. So if you start to lean back, lower the foot slightly. Get that posture back. You feel the length in the hamstring. 3 groups of hamstring. Let's change sides. And then compare this side to the other side. How does it feel? Yeah. Wherever you want to go with it. You'll always find your pose. Slightly touched on the hips. Okay. Coming to the end of these 3 sessions. You can either take a quiet time down on the mat, or you can just stay seated. And just see whether you can start to bring your knees in a little bit more so that they're about the distance of your hips, your pelvis. Might need to let your feet go further forward. This is a really nice one. Fire log pose. Yeah. Less flexion of the knees. And as you get used to this pose, you can hip flex forward. Spine lengthens. It's a really great one for the glutes as well. So as I'm running out of time now, I'd like to thank you for taking part. Have a little play, have some balance. It's always good to move. And then when you're ready, take a breath in. Big stretch up, maybe one side then the other. And then slowly release. Well done. Thank you.